All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
This motherfucker got shoe clock on?
Now they'll run it on the toss.
That's coming back.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only was it a double move route, it was a dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
He didn't flip him in time. Big play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz.
Ooh.
Looking for his tight end on the floor. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now Wentz will keep it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're coming up on their 2nd drive of the game. Had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. That it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his rhetorical skills were on point.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
8 yards there and a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here we go. 120.
Wentz to throw on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
81. Here we go. Back. 180.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And they'll go on the ground. And he spins through. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is indeed good, And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. 26.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Fort Tokyo. Here we go. 20.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
Yeah, he's running that glitchy 3 big nickel G defense.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Wow.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Wow.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will lose yardage and be back
what we're looking
to the
for.
24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know he want to go to that tight end. That's all he want to go to.
58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
That's nobody else matters to him. He want to go to that tight end and that tight end only.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Oh, excuse me.
Throwing is Wentz.
Ah, I was there.
Open, football.
I knew that's where he was going.
And they get him down, but not before.
Come on, Madden. Come on, Madden.
40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I knew that's where he was going.
Wentz now on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
His throw caught right around the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's like we just getting dotted up. I don't understand it. Like some kind of way he got confidence from somewhere.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the I. On the carry, here's Clement. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And out now come the Eagles. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox.
He's not really doing anything. It's just his defense is better than my offense. And he's not that good. It's just I don't have the weapons to capitalize right now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the
That's all it is.
2nd and 20.
Because he's not that good.
They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete.
Yeah, he's not that good.
Open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
The defense is pretty good.
Find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
I forgot how the hell he go from being down there to just switching up there, but oh well.
This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well,
I got something for him.
Breaking that officially. Give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, that's what helps us. He gonna have to spin like the other dude got.
Lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And
He don't have the spinning ability like the other dude.
Great 15, great 15.
Yeah.
Throwing now is Wentz. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, he don't have the what's-the-name like the other dude, and that helps us. Because now we can get some stops. Our defense is all right. Offense just got to show up. We show up on offense, we start scoring some points, we'll be all right.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. That ball's caught. Avid
there it
on the right
is.
side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 30.
Yeah, all the plays he's running is ones he's already done.
9, but it leads to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
I'm like, we can start scoring some points. We can win this game.
At least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into there.
All right. So let's see what he's doing now. I ain't got no choice. I got to do it because he's not releasing the ball quick enough. It's there. We just got to be able to capitalize.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gardner. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Told you, it's there.
There, 26 yards. On 1st down, Miller.
Come on, let me run, Madden. Stop trying to hold me.
Taken down behind the line. Derek Barnett in there to drop.
I can take off, but Madden, it's like they wouldn't let me run.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Miller, wide open receiver, complete.
Every time, man. Once you put somebody out there, he can't. Then he gotta look now.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Picked off at the 17.
Oh, they're giving it to him, man. Fuck. And he gonna run that big nickel all day because he know it giving glitchy pass rush.
It has to. And I know the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor.
Yeah, he gonna run that big nickel all day because the glitchy pass rush.
Keep firing.
Oh my God.
This is Clement.
Come on, man. Where you going?
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by it.
Thank you.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Finna do this all day on him. This is going to be the deciding factor right here. I had to put the speed demon in just to allow for me to get something.
Miller now. Off play action.
Throw it away. They took too long to let me get the animation.
Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Miller. Back to the air on second down. Eluding the pressure right. On the right side open is Gesicki. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That's why I stopped.
All tight ends are created equal.
So you don't go out of bounds.
Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So it looks like somebody may have
Come on, y'all. We can't beat ourselves.
And a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Shit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and
Golly, we beating ourselves.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
I know he in that damn cover 4.
Miller operating from the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Wow.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now Miller from the gun. He'll throw. Flushed out right.
Pick.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Because he didn't throw it where he was supposed to.
I think that interception happened for
This motherfucker is just living in the big nickel.
A little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's
big nickel or the 3-3 wide. That's what that one was.
Don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. It's Clement. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run again with Clement. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Defense is winning this for him. His defense is winning this for him because his offense is subpar.
Offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Yeah, defense is winning this for him. The defense is winning for him because the offense is subpar.
I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it.
This is what we're doing all day.
Afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy.
Nothing we can do.
Big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the
Got caught shifting my defense.
Touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles had 6 to their
Just a better
lead.
team overall.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood?
I can't move the rock, so
ahead of time that maybe they're seeking some revenge, or
it is what it
just
is,
don't
man.
like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins.
The damn D-line is what's killing me.
Sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial
Nothing we can really do. Because when he gets on offense, he's trying to milk the clock. He's been doing that from the
How's head
start.
coach handling it? The offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
He's been trying to do that from the beginning.
35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, I mean, he's zoning out.
Good spot for 2nd down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. On 1st and 10, Miller. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gardner. Now,
of course you get hurt. I don't know anything else that could have happened more for us. Drop passes from him, and then he gets hurt. Of course. I'm just ready to get this game over with, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Miller.
Oh my God.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off
He
at
gets
the
a
17. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
He just, that's it. Hey, ain't nothing we can do.
In this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my
it's probably that play-action rollout mess that he's been doing.
So. Say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Big Eddie Goldman there.
Yeah, his defense won this for him.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Run. Shorty. Hey, ram.
To throw, it's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 11, but still a little short.
I'm going to say, they're going to give him that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line.
We ain't even trying to match formations.
Like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Miller now operating from the gun. And an alley to run. And down he'll go at the 25. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves.
This defense won this one.
Because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go.
Nothing I can do, man. Pass rush is on me every snap. And then he just sitting in that cover 3 cloud like that. I mean, shit, what can you do?
In this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does,
we ain't really had no shit. We ain't had no time.
They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Take it for what it is, man.
Here's Miller throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Miller on third down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this.
Thank you. You've been an asshole all game. It is not that fucking serious.
When you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end.
You saw I was going to the sideline.
It cost your team.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Now Miller from the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rowe. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13
What you call the
yards
timeout for?
Another first down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Knowing damn well you're supposed to be matching formation.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, Miller. And Stills has got it.
We don't get to celebrate. He was so worried about me running that he just left himself butt naked.
And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Operating from the gun, Miller. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well,
yeah, his defensive line is more so than anything.
They couldn't get it.
And I I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
It sucks, man.
There we go. Back.
Now Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. With that
It
matchup,
just
the
sucks,
adjustment
man.
that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's
Why the
picked
fuck
up
y'all
a
fall
line
down?
ball here, remember. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right.
Just a good D-line. That's all that happened.
But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Flex round.
Miller now operating from the gun. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around.
Can we run some man? We've been running zone all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
Golly.
Got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Miller throwing again.
Of course.
This is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 25. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
And it ain't no reason to put in no type of sim report. They don't do shit with that.
The coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Clement. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly.
I'm just ready to get out of this game.
As well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Hey, it happens.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.